What's good, world? It's episode 2 of Too Dark Podcast. I'm Roy Malik, here with my sister, Kyla. And
Hey, y'all.
So this is episode 2, so I guess I'm kind of committing to this idea. But I wanted to sit down with my sister because I feel like, for one, she's one of my dearest friends. So I feel like she's somebody that I can have transparent, honest conversation with. And somebody that really inspires me as a creator and just as an entrepreneur. So I guess we could start by introducing you a little bit more.
Okie dokie. Hey, y'all. Again, like you said, I'm Kyla. This Kai.cuz on Instagram and TikTok and everything else. And I am a serial entrepreneur. So I have 2 businesses. The first one is a luxury picnic company based here in Jackson, but we do travel. And then I also have a catering business that is based in Jackson, but we do travel as well. So that's what I do every day. And then I'm kind of like a little content creator on the side. So yeah.
So like how long have you been doing your After Dark business?
So with After Dark, which is the catering one, I've been doing that one since 2021. I started in Oxford while I was at college. Then I brought it back down after I graduated. It started in my granddaddy's house. I was just chilling, cooking for the fam. And then I was like, dang, I wish we had some good food like this in Oxford because we don't have nothing good past 12 a.m. So I was like, I wonder if my friends in Oxford will eat this. So took it back to Oxford, tried that out, and it was a hit. Ever since, we've been lit.
What would you say has been like your favorite part about pursuing it? Well, yeah, first, what's your favorite part?
My favorite part about pursuing what I love doing on the daily is just knowing that in the future, it won't look like where I'm at now. It'll be so much bigger than what I could even imagine just starting it. So I'm just grateful for the start. So
What's the hardest part?
The hardest part I would say is staying persistent, because sometimes it's easy staying consistent because I've kind of got that down packed, but persistent, it's hard because I'm not where I want to be right now. So I just have to hold on to faith and just pray that it all works out.
Do you feel like it'll come to a point in time where like the persistence gets easier, or like do you think it always?
Definitely. I definitely think the persistence will get easier because I feel like if you sow a seed, it will come into fruition no matter how long it takes. And whatever you're going through, whatever the process is, will get easier because you've been doing it consistently and persistently. So it has no other option but to get easier.
Thanks. So like what's outside of like what you're doing right now, like what's another like dream that you feel like you're chasing right now?
That's a good question. So another dream that I feel like I'm chasing, and I feel like I'm chasing multiple dreams at once because I never want to put myself in a box. I just doing what I'm doing right now creatively just shows me how I literally can do anything I want to do creatively. So I really want to start like apparel or help assist different brands come out with merch and stuff like that. So I'm really excited. I'm finna take some people to the next level. Don't know who, but it's gonna be somebody y'all probably know. And I'm just excited because my creative eye is literally opening and there's no stopping now because I'm 2 years in, 3 years in one business and I'm fired up.
What inspired the fit that you got on now?
Well, I kind of have a vintage vibe. I love vintage clothes. I love just having stuff that nobody else will have. So got this jacket from my favorite vintage store in Jackson, and I knew I wanted to wear a jacket today. I tried on about 4 different ones, but this one fit the color palette that I have on the best. So rocked out with this. cargos, and my favorite dusty rusty New Balances that match everything. So I just wanted a chill vibe. This is what I picked. The necklace, y'all. This necklace is just sentimental to me because it just shows me, it kind of opened up my creative eye more, because I was looking for a piece like this from like a thrift store or something like that, and I happened to be at my great grandma's house in Yazoo City because it got broke in, and we was like, we need to go in there and see what all she got and stuff like that. And I looked up on this piece, and ever since I just been feeling like she been guiding me creatively, because I come from a family of fly ass women, so I just want to continue that legacy, but a more creative way and bigger way, in a more creative way.
So like, how does like, cause I know like I like putting on like a good outfit for me is like it gives me the same satisfaction of like making a good song or like making like a dish that I like. So like, what's like, how does like putting that shit on make you feel?
That's a good question. I feel the same exact way. When I put that shit on, I just feel more inspired to want to put more shit on. I don't know. It just made me want to go harder with everything I got going on, because I know one day I'll be able to put it on even more. So just keep going. Keep putting that shit on. It does get the same adrenaline as cooking as well, because I feel like when I learned how to cook something new, it made me want to learn how to cook even more stuff. So I guess when you really tuned into what you really like doing, it'll make you go harder.
What about the shades? I meant to ask about them too. Yeah. Glasses. Oh, those your glasses?
Oh no, these just fashion glasses. I try not to go nowhere without shades or glasses, because I just feel like accessories bring your whole look together. I do not go nowhere without some around my neck and some on my ears and some on my face. So had to grab the yellow. Brought out the little yellow flowers I got going on.
One of our one artist that we share in common is like our favorite artist.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think I'm gonna say?
The only artist. I'm just playing. Drake. Yeah.
What's their top 5 Drake albums? Top 3.
Okay, I'm gonna say top 5. That is a little bit too bright. But top 3, of course, I'm gonna go with Nothing Was the Same. I don't know. I just feel like during that time I was just going through the same shit he was going through. I don't know how 11-year-olds going through the same thing as a 25-year-old, but I was. And so that's my number 1. Number 2 is Views, because I don't know, every song on there is a banger. And then number 3, I would have to say, is Take Care, of course, because it's a classic and no skips. All 3 of those albums are no skips. So
I feel the same way about Drake. Like I be feeling like, damn, how we relate so much.
Exactly. What's your favorite 3?
Thank Me Later is like my top. Like I just really connect with that album. I really like fuck with like just how it made it. Like it really felt like it was his start to like really his new life or whatever. And if I ain't gonna lie, it flip-flop between Nothing Was the Same and Views. Like those both, like I feel like 2 classic albums for him.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I feel like Views was something like people kind of like slept on it like at first. But, like when you go back and listen, like it's one of his most like concise, well like written bodies of work that he ever put out. So like I'll just say Views my number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then
So you threw Nothing Was the Same Way, and then you put Views on there?
I
Okay.
But just this in my number 2 spot.
Okay.
But I gotta say like that For the Dogs like kind of becoming one of my favorites. Like
Yeah, I hate to say it, at first I was not connecting with it, but as I listened, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, banger. Every time it gets banger. It is. So I don't know if I can ask you questions, but I do have a few questions for you. So since Drake is your favorite artist and you are an artist, does he inspire the music that you create, or you have your own vibe that you go from?
I feel like when I was younger, for sure. Like, well, I mean, not for sure, just because I studied him so much, but now I do like. I don't really listen to too much music.
Because you have your own sound. You found your sound. Yeah.
I would definitely say.
I can definitely tell, being a fan myself.
But I would definitely say he one of the people that like I study as like one of the best to do it still. So he definitely got a heavy influence. Even just how he presents his art. Like it feel like he put value and time into everything he do.
Yes, and I definitely see that mirror in you.
What's like if you could go anywhere right now, like money not a thing, like where would you travel to?
I don't know. I really have been on my vintage kick, so I just been inspired to find new clothes. I don't know why, but I say I would probably go to either London or LA because they have a lot of fashion things going on all the time. So I just want to submerge myself in fashion right now. Along with, balancing my other businesses. But I don't know, I just feel pulled towards fashion. So, New York. New York is definitely on my list to go next year, so I'll be there soon.
You been to New York?
I've never been to New York. Never been.
Okay, I would love to go to New York.
But I watch a lot of people that live in New York, so I'm excited to go to New York. Where would you go?
I'd probably go to them same places like London, New York, probably like Italy for sure. I want to go to Italy real bad. Like that's somewhere I probably like live.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I want to retire in Italy when I turn 40 or 45.
You ever watched that movie, Eat, Pray, Love?
Yes, I love that movie. Yeah. That's one of the movies that influenced me.
Yeah. That's the movie that really made me want to like
travel. Yeah.
Oh, God.
I love that movie. I was just gonna watch it last night, actually. It's crazy.
Yeah. What do you feel like is like the biggest like why do you feel like people I ain't never been out there, but like just how they talk about it, like why do you feel like people like out there are able to kind of enjoy life more than we do here?
Honestly, I really don't know because I haven't experienced it. But from what I hear, they don't take the 9-to-5 work day as pressurous as us. Like everybody not trying to be on the grind 24/7. So it's more relaxed and laid back. And I feel like most people retire there anyway. So they're really not hustling and bustling every day. So me too. The hustle and bustle, bruh. Aye. Because it's gonna be a hustle and bustle for the rest of your life. So you might as well just enjoy where you are, hustle when you can, bustle when you can, and just enjoy the rest of it. Cause
I feel like when you're doing like what you truly love to do, like I do feel like at some point it don't really feel like a hustle. It just feel like
Yes, and that's how I've been feeling lately. I don't know. I haven't been doing it as long, but I have been putting in work for a long time, which 3 years is not that long, but it just seemed like a long time. But I'm just now being able to feel the reward a little of what I have sown. So I'm just ready to sow more seeds and go up.
Yeah. What would be like if somebody like, let's just say somebody like watching this interview and like they got the just endless resources.
Endless resources?
Or like, just like more than we got. Like they got more money or they got more people. Like what would be something that somebody could do that could really like level up what you're doing right now?
To level up with what I'm doing? If they got money?
Money or whatever, like.
I say keep being consistent because if
No. I'm saying like, all right, let's say like I'm watching this interview and like I know like I own like buildings, and like I could give you a building for a space for like a cheap amount, like something like that. Like,
how could somebody help me? Okay. Oh, that's a good question. I feel like if you have a building out there or any resource that I could use, I would say a building would be beneficial for, could I say that? How a building would be beneficial for me, or like how their resource would be beneficial for me. Because I need somewhere to store all of my businesses. And I feel like when you have that actual workspace that you can go into every day and get creative and not have to do it at home, which I try not to do it at home anyway. I go to a coffee shop anywhere. But if I had a building, feel like I would be able to be more progressive and more persistent in my businesses, which is what I'm looking for right now, a building, so I can house all of the businesses I have going on and just grow more and like invest more time in what I'm creating. So. Oh yeah, I know. What do you feel like is on the way for you?
I think I'm about to be like in the position like to be able to really like work with bigger businesses, like be in a position to where like if a label was to offer me something, I could realistically be more of a partner than like just somebody that's signed to a label. I don't know, I just feel like I'm in a position to really like legitimize everything and like be able to present myself like in a legit way.
What steps are you taking to make yourself more prepared when that time does come?
Just like doing, like, for example, like putting on events, like just learning how does it go, like what do I need, and like how do what's effective as far as like getting people involved and getting people out. And like and getting all of it on camera, like, either getting it on camera or having people like see it in person. Just kind of like, I guess, like building my resume, building strength to my resume, because it's always people watching.
Literally.
And so it's just like, it's all about just looking like you kind of know what you're doing. So that's really what I'm trying right now, just
getting more
put
things.
My audition together.
Yes, I feel like I'm in that same place. I'm just putting more things on my resume and building stuff under my belt, so when it's time to come and opportunities are handed to me, I can be ready for it and experience. So it's all about experience, life. So do you feel like your experience growing up prepared you for where you want to go in the future?
And I'm seeing it more now, like, than I used to. Like, literally everything that we ever went through always just prepare you for right now. So like I don't even like stress about how long processes take, or like how hard something might be, or like how much pushback I might get, like,
or if it's a fail, like how you gotta fail sometimes. That's the main thing I learned in entrepreneurship, that just because something didn't go how you planned, it's okay. You did it, and now you know what you need to do for the next time, and it's gonna be better. As long as you did it and you started it, where can you go? You can't go back from where you started, so you gotta go forward.
I feel like that's like that's like when you accept like the reality of a process, like you don't really, like, I don't even look at fails as fails. It's just like it's part of like how it's supposed to go. Like it's just like as time go by, you just realize, like, if I hadn't have messed up that time or whatever, like I wouldn't know what I know now. Like I wouldn't have the perspective or the character to like be able to exist where I'm at now. But it's getting dark out here, so I wanted to talk about like what we was talking about the other night with Ebony, like the living your prayer concept.
Okay.
Because they really like inspired me.
Sit in. Okay, yeah. It sit in with me. I don't even know where that came from, honestly. Oh, okay, yeah. It did. You're right. I do know where that came from. It came from him. But I don't know. Your story just inspires me as an individual to know that time is like, I don't know, your story just pushes me, because I feel like since we the same age, we kind of have the same like headspace or whatever, in like entrepreneur mindset, that we have been praying about stuff, and stuff that we have literally prayed for is here. And God just told me that we need to live in our prayers, because if we don't take this opportunity to live in what we've already prayed for, we're never going to be able to live in, when we get bigger, live in what we've prayed for. So I don't know, I'm just inspired. That's my mantra for 2024, is living my prayers, because I prayed for what I have now, and I'm praying for what I want to see in the future. So I have to start by living in it now.
I feel like that's a good thing to lead the people off with, like living your prayers, living your moment, living your gratitude. So appreciate y'all for joining us on episode 2. See y'all on the other side.
Peace.